This is a healing session that will allow you to let go of old patterns and really clear a pathway where you feel safe, that you can just let go of everyone else's needs for this time and really focus on your own needs and your own intentions. I'm Sarah Lopez, and I'm a holistic therapist and Reiki healer. And thank you also very much for being here. You may hear the kids outside playing or my dog next to me. So I just got a Chihuahua. He's so adorable. I might have to show you at the end of the video. And we are going to connect for a little bit, talk, do a healing guided meditation on getting out of survival mode and into calm, and then wrap it up. So I'd love to start by drawing you a little picture, and I'm a bad artist, so you gotta excuse my drawing. But if this is our head and our mind, we have about 10% of our mind is our conscious thoughts. And about 90% is our unconscious and subconscious thoughts. So let me tell you a little story about when I was little. I was lined up in kindergarten. I didn't actually remember this whole thing until I knew I had to do this session. And the little boy next to me was poking me and kind of teasing me, and I took the tip of my umbrella and I put it right down into his toe. And it wasn't the best thing to do, but he tattled on me, told the teacher, and I got in big trouble. And the whole class had to wait until I said that I could, be nice again and that kind of stuff. And they missed some of their recess, so other kids were kind of mad at me. And so when something like that happens, of course, I didn't really have a way to talk about what happened with anyone. And I felt a lot of shame and also fear of the teacher and fear of getting in trouble. So I did not process these feelings or emotions. I didn't know what they were. And so they got stuck both in my nervous system and in my body, and completely unaware of this, no idea. And then also, if we keep having even one event or many events where we experience shame or fear, a limiting belief can form in our unconscious mind. That's something we're consciously aware of. So for me, I am a bad person was a limiting belief that formed. And then also, I have to be perfect to be successful. So just wondering if anyone has ever realized that they have some limiting beliefs like that. I didn't know that I had these limiting beliefs, and then what happens with me and what happens with many of my clients is that it's kind of like we have an antenna coming out of us where we attract those similar situations and kind of replay throughout life where say we feel like we do have to be perfect. And we kind of keep replaying that in order to heal it. Or, we may sabotage ourselves and do something where, we are a bad person so that we can heal that limiting belief and stuck emotions. So how do we get this out of our nervous system and process it? Well, really one of the first things that we can do to kind of get ourselves back into a state of calm is connect with nature. And I know you all will know I'm a big hippie now. I really recommend that people do earthing. It's basically walking barefoot outside, and you could also do it in your socks. One of my clients asked recently if it would count if he went barefoot in the shower and like, no, you actually do need to go outside and step on some grass. And the reason for this is that the earth has a negative charge, and as we go through with our daily life, we build up a positive charge. So we feel more grounded and centered when the negative charge in the earth and we have a negative charge, so we're both kind of on the same wavelength. And another thing that you could do to cleanse your aura, ground, and really clear off anything that's happened during the day is to take an Epsom salt bath. And it's just really great for clearing out emotional stuff. Emotional, detox is really what I call it. And I also want to show you, this is the Theme of Consciousness poster, if you haven't seen it, by Dr. David Hawkins. And these are lower vibration emotions like shame, guilt, hopelessness, fear, and grief. Anger is kind of more up there near the middle. And then at the very top, we have love, joy, freedom, and enlightenment. So when we feel this guilt and shame and these really heavy emotions, then sometimes we can really look to things that aren't healthy to try to feel love and joy. So for me, at one point in my life, I was drinking very heavily. I just was turning to substances to try to feel all love and joy and get out of this guilt and shame. But it really doesn't work because it's only temporary, and then once the substance is used, you're back to down here. So really the best way to kind of release that guilt, shame, lower vibration emotions and bring in more love and joy is to release unconscious limiting beliefs and stuck patterns and old patterns in your life. So I love for you to just take a minute to think about the importance of rewriting your story. Every day is new, and you could see, look, rain is falling right out of my window and just kind of clearing away what's no longer needed. And it's just that movement of nature that is very similar to how we can regenerate. Nature regenerates, and we're also always in a process of regenerating and clearing away what's no longer needed. So I also wanted to mention that I did talk therapy for a long time, and that was working on my conscious thoughts and that 10%. But I didn't really find that I was able to release unconscious limiting beliefs and old patterns by doing talk therapy. So that's why I became a holistic therapist and I found root cause therapy. All right, so I'd love for everyone to get a paper and a pen, because part of the guided meditation is going to be little writing. And just get in a comfy spot. I'll give you a minute to do that. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to send you some Reiki. Great. So just dropping into your body. Noticing your body either on a chair or sinking into the floor. Taking a couple of deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And it's impossible to make stress hormones cortisol when you're deep breathing. That's why it's so important to calm your nervous system by taking some deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And start noticing any areas of tension in your body, any areas of tightness, And just send your breath into those areas. And imagine that you have a grounding cord that is coming out the base of your spine and going into the ground. It could look like a beam of light. It could look like a tree root, but just see it going down, down into the ground through layers of rock, magma, soil, and see it reach the core of the earth. And this core is really a nurturing and calming center that you can access at any time. See your grounding cord go around it and wrap around it. And just see it getting brighter and just feel how warm it is. You're going to imagine sending that golden light from the core of the earth up through your grounding cord. Just see it traveling up until it reaches the base of your spine. And see that golden light and energy pouring up your spine and down the front of your body. Again, pull up that golden light up through the grounding cord to your spine, up the top of your spine, down the front of your head, and over the front of your body, washing over you like a wave that's ebbing and flowing. And go ahead and now, as you breathe out, see anything that's no longer serving you, releasing out the grounding cord and down into the earth where it can be completely transformed. Any old patterns, any ignoring your own needs for others, any taking other people's stuff and holding that's not yours. Release it, release it, release anything that is not yours. And now just imagine the outline of your body, your aura, your energy field. And just notice if there's any areas you can't sense, any areas that look cloudy, any areas that could need a little attention. Totally fine if you don't see anything. It'll come in time. And you just want to imagine white light or golden light just going to those areas, sending those areas some love, and repairing any cracks, holes. And now, just declare your wish. You're going to really tune in and let go of any fear of declaring really your intention, wish, desire into the world and really putting that out there. So if you have any fear come up around that, just send it down your cord. Get out your paper and pen, and I would like you to write down, so you really can commit to it. What are you bringing in at this moment? You can pull it out of your heart, that intention, and just I'd like you to imagine that this candle flame is like a door to your goal or wish. And as you look at the candle flame, pull that goal out into the world, out into fruition, and you can even put it in the candle flame. So there's always people and tools supporting what you're working towards. And now is the time to let your ideas soar, your wishes soar. So as you see that flame, imagine the flame growing brighter and brighter and just lighting up your wish, lighting up your desires so it comes into fruition. Calling in a space where you're bringing in healing, calling in your enthusiasm, abundance. Call it into your being, calling your strengths, calling your wholeness. And just trust that everything that you're doing for yourself is important. I know sometimes it can get, just those negative thoughts can come in, like sometimes for me, well, I'm doing this meditation badly, like these thoughts keep popping in, but that's totally fine. There's benefit in just tuning into your body and breath and just noticing what's going on. That's absolutely perfect. And you're really just opening a portal right now for healing and just allowing healing to go to your past, going to your present, and you're raising your vibration. And you can gaze at these stones. These are Peruvian opals, and Peruvian opal is all about being aware of your emotions, not judging them, just being aware and accepting them so that they can move through you and not get stuck. And they're also about opening your heart, so they're really a great stone. Now, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to imagine a time when you felt really safe in your life. Really safe. You were just completely supported, loved. And if there never was a time in your life like that, just imagine that there was. And tune into, what did it feel like? What did it smell like? What did it sound like? Just make the picture super clear in your mind. Who was there? Where were you? And when the picture is really, really clear, I'd like you to put your thumb and your index finger together like an OK sign. And this is your safety button. And when that image starts to fade, just open your hands and relax them. And know that you also can tap your chest too for a safety button, or tap another part of your body. And know that this button, no matter how you decide to do it, can be activated at any time. Your body remembers. So now I'd like you to just also imagine another time in your life where you are feeling a feeling that you want to experience now. It could be, complete joy or happiness. If you're having a hard time remembering something like that, think of, did anyone ever give you a present? Or, just things that you would normally think of, like a wedding or a birth or something like that. And again, you're going to anchor that in, so make it very clear in your mind that time when you felt a feeling you want to experience, love, joy, happiness. Get it really clear. If you've never felt love, joy, or happiness, then imagine what it would feel like. And when you have it really clear, you're going to again put your thumb and index finger together. Another way you could do it is tap your body, and that just anchors it into your body so that you can call on that feeling at any time. So someone had asked and said that they have a problem with when negative emotions come up. How do they deal with it, and how do they accept it and move past it? So really, any emotion, the way we process it is to intensify it. As a little kid, we're taught, let it go. Oh, let that go. You're angry, let it go. But really what we need to do is to just go farther into it. So if I'm feeling really angry, go farther into it. We call it turning it up like a volume button. And little kids know how to process something like anger better. They may yell or stomp their feet, or punch a pillow. And these are actually all ways that are good to process emotions as long as no one's being hurt. So if you're having a tough time with something right now, just go ahead and see if you can kind of name what you're feeling. And imagine turning it up, turning it up, turning it up, feeling it more intensely, and really feeling it in your body. See how intense you can make it. And then when it's at the top, most intense you can make it, then you're going to start taking some deep breaths so it can start moving through you and releasing. So in through your nose, out through your mouth, let it start moving through you and release. Nice job. And just really taking a minute to claim any abundance. Now that you've released an emotion, you're going to really claim that intention that you set. Claim it, claim it, claim it. And I am going to now send you also some Reiki to your future self. Seeing the color purple come in. Sending a symbol to your past self. And this is just universal life force energy. Good. And now slowly starting to come back into your body, just welcoming yourself back, wiggling fingers and toes, and when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And thank you so very much for doing this meditation. I do offer limiting belief scans because I would love to see everyone know exactly what limiting beliefs they have and to start seeing how it's connected to some of the trauma they may have experienced in their life. And we can't know and heal something if we don't know what we have to heal. And for me, I actually had 18 limiting beliefs before I started to do root cause therapy and had it done on myself. And I had done so much healing work before, and I was shocked that all these limiting beliefs were still affecting me. And personally, when I did root cause therapy and released them, it was like a huge weight had lifted off my shoulders. I just felt so much lighter and clearer, and really I felt like more able to put myself out there into the world, and just like I had some gifts to share and more comfortable doing that. So I would love to hear from you. Like I said, I offer limiting belief scans, and you're welcome to find that on my website, flowpath.love. Or you can also email me at sara@flowpath.love. You'll have to excuse if I'm sweating. It's so hot here. We're going through a little bit of a heat wave. So I hope you all take care. Please drink lots of water to hydrate after this, because our bodies are, really, I think they say 55% water. So in order for emotions to kind of move through us, we do need to be well hydrated. Thanks so much.